Welcome back on the vlogs. So guys, I said we would start with some training. In the vlogs, we had 2 days of doing absolutely no training here on a pretty much what I would class as a training channel. So I'm ready to dive in with a bit of a push workout today. It's Tuesday. I start my training week on Tuesdays because my Mondays are so damn busy. So I'm in the garage gym. We cannot hit the actual gym right now. I've got a flat tire. I might have to show you how flat it is. It's terrible. And that's getting repaired and changed tomorrow. So hopefully back at the gym for Thursday for legs, more than likely. But yeah, let's have a session. We've already boxed off check-ins this morning. Got some extra work on this evening, but time to have a good training session and get a good pump on. We might even do a physique update. We'll see. Right, let's get. So at the back end of January, I actually ordered and installed this bad boy. Let's turn the camera around. That Robin is using right now. Cable stack flush to the wall. So cool, man. So cool. Literally can do everything on the cable stack. Just add some more versatility to the home gym, and it is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So I'm actually going to start off on push downs on my push day. Probably thinking, why the hell would you burn your triceps out on push day? Because my chest is actually very much a strong point for me. I'm trying to bring up my arms. So what do you do when you want to bring up a muscle? You train it first when it's fresh and it's not burnt out. Don't know about you, get to the back end of a push session, triceps can't push as much, therefore they can't grow as much. So since I've been doing this, I've put a lot of size on my arms finally. So I'm going to continue with what works. So single arm tricep push down to start the session off, and then I'll move into chest from there. So I'll just start off with 3 working sets of this, 10 to 15 reps, just straight sets. You know, man, in terms of like weight used, doesn't really matter. 10 to 15 reps, and I'm going to move on to some pressing, but you will find that it will affect your pressing if you are a tricep dominant presser. For me, thankfully, I'm a very chest dominant presser, so it don't really take away much. And as long as you're not hitting that top end and trying to extend through the triceps at the top of your movement, shouldn't affect you too much. But if the goal is bigger arms, do this. If the goal is bigger chest, do not do this. Do it the other way around. So we've just finished with 3 sets tricep extension, and now we're moving into flat dumbbell bench press. A lot of people want to hit incline for that upper pec, but in all honesty, I find for me that what incline does for me isn't that great. I get a lot of shoulder pain, and you got to do what's right for you. Just because science says one thing or other people say one thing doesn't mean it's right for you. So flat for me is way better. Better connection with the chest, way more chest growth. I can lift bigger weights flat and connect even more thanks to them bigger weights. So I've done 3 warm-up sets, ready for my top set now, doing with the best weight I can in the home gym, which is the 47.5s. Well, let's get into it, let's make it happen. Woo! 2 more working sets of that, then we'll move on. So here you can see an example of someone in the gym, someone random in the gym, doing absolutely terrible, terrible form. And what I would do if I was doing this exercise is the absolute opposite of this.
Hi.
For some reason, this person is like they can see me, even though this is a reaction video. Strange, strange. Must be AI. Oh, let's go. Oh, man. Second set. As you can see, when I'm doing the press, I'm taking my time, I'm controlling the reps, I'm getting a good stretch. At the bottom, I'm not doing half reps, I'm squeezing at the top. Trying to maximize the muscle, and that's what you gotta do. Do not rush. If you wanna lift more weight with great form. It's way more impressive. And it builds more muscle. No one cares if you lift more weight and you look like shit. How many people, I don't know, bench press a lot, I have no chest. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Maximum muscle fibers, get broken down. That's what's gonna build muscle, man. So people never really expect to hear this, but for the last easily 8 weeks, maybe longer, like my desire to train has been horrific, like so bad. I love training, it's my life, I've made an entire career out of it. I love it, I'm gonna compete in bodybuilding, I've competed in all sorts of stuff, but right now, 2 months straight, more than likely-ish, I've not wanted to train. Like every session it feels like a chore. It's hard to want to stay consistent and all this stuff, but it just shows that it happens to everyone. So if you're someone right now watching this who's thinking, man, I'm not motivated, sometimes motivation doesn't work, it comes and goes. There has to be, like motivation is the push, that desire to always want to be healthy and better is the pull, right? Like pull doesn't take effort, push does. And very Tony Robbins quote, by the way, I think I butchered that. But it just shows you got to make the most of it regardless, because like when you are motivated, go in and kill it. When you're not motivated, man, do what you can. It's not always going to be perfect, it's not always going to be the world's greatest session, but I'd rather train and get a mediocre session than not have a session at all. So keep that in mind if you're someone who struggles with motivation here and there. Shit happens, man, shit happens. Okay, I've done my 3 sets of chest. In all honesty, guys, I will probably leave it at 3 sets of chest. I feel like I don't need a lot of training volume. I train chest twice a week, and realistically, it'll get 5 sets on another day. So you're looking at 8 working sets per week for me. That kind of feels like enough, and I'm actually experimenting with some lower volume training at the moment. I'm feeling like as soon as I push volume slightly, my recovery is trash. I don't know why, but I have to listen to my body and adapt. But we're gonna move on to some laterals in this plane. You know, so not as traditional in that lateral movement, a little bit more frontal, okay? Now, key for when setting up your lateral, everyone gets wrong. A lot of people will set it up at like waist height, and that's problematic because your hand is high at that point. Some people set it super low down here and then pull from all the way down there, which what's happening there, it's dragging the body round and down, and it's not pulling the lateral head of the delt in the plane of motion that we want. So what you always want to do, you want the cable stack to be in line with where your hand is. It needs to be there, okay? Not down, not high, in line. For any of your lateral raises, take that advice, and I promise you, you'll do a lot better. You'll grow a lot more. So for me, currently, hand position, that's a little bit low. Let's go up 1, and just play around with it, you know? I'm actually gonna go up 1 more. Here, okay. So for me now, literally, if you look at the way that handle is, I'm gonna come from here, I can come out this way. In reality, how I'm actually gonna do this is John Jewett style, from the front, here, out.
okay? And we're gonna hit our laterals here. Now, the reason I've started doing them like this is because it takes a lot of pressure off the delt, and as someone who has had a hell of a lot of shoulder issues in the past, this feels good. Like I can train my delt and not destroy my shoulder health, all right? So maybe give them a go. So I'll show you from this side, from here, cable stacks behind you, in line with your hands, take a step forward, and you are out and front, more diagonal, not side, not front, in between. Give it a go. Next session. So currently, as of this morning, my body weight is at 227, which is like 103 kilogram. I have got up to 230. I'm still pretty lean. I think we'll do a bit of a physique check once we're done and see what we're working with. But body fat's in a good spot. I need to shave a little bit, taking away some of the extra sharpness with that body hair. But I want to get up to 250, man. I think I've got another 20 plus pounds in me. I've already gained 22 pounds in this gaining phase, and my body fat's in check. I'm very good at not putting body fat on, to be fair. So yeah, I want to get up to 250, man, which is like 113 kilogram, something like that. Man, probably won't be able to walk around very well, but at least I'll be big, right? That's the whole point, right? Okay, let's get the physique check going. Oh, yeah. Let's see how we're doing. Are we looking juicy? Are we looking jacked? Yeah. Body dysmorphia, bro. Body dysmorphia. Okay, let's have a look here. Right. My favourite pose that everybody knows. To the back, like to step forward a bit. But yeah, there we go. Like I said, hurry as fuck. 227, highest of 230, 104 kilogram. But there you go, guys. A little bit of a physique update. Right, I'll see you for the rest of the vlog. Daily shenanigans with the big girl. Honestly, bit big that stick, darling. A bit big that stick. Come on. Okay, so I've had a request. A request from Robin. She's got a client right now. She's PTing 6:30 till 7:30. And then at 8 o'clock is Great British Bake Off. Let's be honest, Bake Off is the greatest programme on the planet. Me and Robin have watched like every series like 5 times through. So she wants a sweet treat. Looks like I'm just giving her a sugar and butter. So, gonna make her a good old traditional English school cake. So it's gonna be butter, sugar, whisked. Then I add the eggs, whisk, flour, whisk, vanilla, whisk. And then we got to make the icing sugar. So that's going to be like 100 grams of icing sugar, tiny little bit of water. That's gonna get whisked and stirred and whatever, you know. Bake the actual thing, the school cake. Icing sugar on top, sprinkles, job done. So I'm not going to show you my process of doing it because the lighting is really dark. But let's show you when it's done. So let's do a magic transition. You ready? Ready? And there we have it, school cake. Actually came out banging, and I had a little slice of a bit that came off the bottom. and it's good. It is moist as hell. Right, time to watch Bake Off and demolish probably half of this or something. So yeah guys, let's get it. So it was a pretty good training session. You know, we've eaten, we baked Robin a cake, we've done all sorts, and you know, we're talking about motivation a lot in today's video, talking about how I didn't want to train for like 8 weeks. I'll be honest with you, talking about it and doing that session kind of reignited something a little bit. I feel like a lot of time you just got to admit to yourself that maybe you're not feeling up to your goal right now, and that's okay. And I work with enough guys to understand that. Guys come to me every week talking about motivation, intrinsic motivation and inspiration and all these different things, and it's not easy, and sometimes you've got to take a step back and realise that you can't be at 100% all the time. Sometimes you don't want to train, but the main thing is you've got to realise it's got to come from inside, that you want to be healthy, you want to be happy, you want to be stimulating yourself, and you want to be moving forward in some capacity, and that means showing up for yourself when you don't feel too great. And for me, I love being in shape and I love feeling good, and I know that means getting into the gym. So throughout these last weeks where I've not wanted to train, I still have. I've missed sessions, definitely. It's not been my most productive training, but I'm in the best shape I've probably been in ever, and that's thanks to still showing up, core habits, eating well, training hard, yeah man, sleeping well, you know what it is. But guys, I appreciate you watching today's video. If you got this far, I want you to leave a comment below. I want you to write, I want you to put Funky Town below. Do that, so I know you're showing up for yourself. So guys, you can leave a like on the video, that'd be awesome. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more, click subscribe. But I'll see you in the next one.